A diplomatic squabble between India and Canada has now blown out of proportion and is hitting hard the military modernization efforts of the Indian Army. The Economic Times reported on the 17th of October that India's tensions with Canada have slammed the brakes on Indian military's acquisition of the Stryker armoured vehicle deal with the United States. The Stryker vehicle and its parts are manufactured by an Ontario-based firm in Canada. Senior US officials revealed that the talks on joint production of the infantry armoured combat vehicles had reached an advanced stage between New Delhi and Washington. Negotiations had gathered pace during the US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan's visit to India in June this year. However, the India-Canada diplomatic spat followed by Trudeau's admission that there is no hard evidence against any Indian official have made Modi government annoyed with the Canadian Prime Minister. The Indian Ministry of Defence had a three-phased program in mind, resulting in the joint manufacturing process of the Stryker combat vehicles in India, simultaneously pushing its Make in India initiative. However, there are major doubts now whether Trudeau's Canada would disrupt the supply chain. Stryker armoured vehicles are manufactured by US company General Dynamics Land Systems in Canada. The Indian Army had plans to deploy these military assets near the line of actual control in Ladakh with an eye on neutralizing any Chinese salami slicing. The pact, which stemmed out of the 2+2 meeting held in 2023, hit its first roadblock soon after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's bizarre, unsubstantiated accusations against Indian diplomats, for which he still admittedly lacks proof. So how crucial is the Stryker deal for the Indian military? Is there any other alternative? Meant to be deployed in high altitude and treacherous conditions, Stryker's armour, after sustaining extensive damage, has been able to save the crew inside on previous occasions, thus gaining the reputation amongst US armed forces that not only could these trucks bring you to the fight, but they could also bring you home. Citing superior design and protection, the Indian Army has declared in the past that Stryker is a more robust and mature platform than other options available. The 8-wheel drive combat vehicle is powered by a Caterpillar C7 engine with 350 horsepower. It can run at a maximum speed of 100 km per hour with a range of 483 km, having the capability of bolt-on ceramic armor for enhanced protection. The vehicle is known to withstand improvised explosive devices as well. Being perfect for deployment by the Indian Army, the Stryker is compatible with Chinook helicopters already in the Indian Air Force's inventory. The homegrown Indian Wheeled Armoured Platform, or WhAP, by Tata is another option, but faces tough competition from the American Stryker armoured vehicles in India. However, overseas, the Indian WhAP is much in demand. In a first for India, the Tata Group will be setting up a major defence manufacturing unit in Morocco in Africa for the production of the Wheeled Armoured Platform, or WhAP, for the Moroccan Armed Forces. The WhAP is an indigenously designed public-private partnership success story. Two variants of the WhAP, the Infantry Protected Mobility Vehicle and the paramilitary version, have been inducted in the Indian Armed Forces by the Indian Army and the paramilitary forces. So what makes the platform special is its design philosophy, which aligns with global trends and focuses on modularity, scalability, and reconfigurability to adapt the platform to various roles. India's first infantry combat vehicle offers better maneuverability in confined spaces, as it has been designed and tested to operate in high-altitude mountains of Ladakh to marshy terrains and even deserts. Unlike Stryker, the Indian WhAP is an amphibious vehicle which uses hydrojets at the back to move through water at a speed of 10 km per hour. It also had an automatic grenade launcher along with the possibility of integration of anti-tank guided missile launchers. Having the capability to withstand mine blasts, the Indian WhAP is designed for optimized survivability. Inducted by the CRPF in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama last year, the vehicle gives tactical advantage to the Indian paramilitary forces in sensitive regions. So given Trudeau's shenanigans, should New Delhi re-evaluate its options and check the Stryker deal, which benefits Canada and kills the indigenous WhAP? India's foreign ministry has repeatedly demanded proof, which Canada has failed to provide. Trudeau, during an official inquiry on the 17th of October, even made a startling admission about how Canada never had any hard proof to support these allegations against the world's largest democracy and soon to be the third biggest economy. However, Trudeau's repeated accusations certainly indicate a hostile attitude towards India. and New Delhi must not risk national defense and security and military modernization efforts by relying on such an unreliable leader. Even the Ministry of External Affairs stated, quote, "The responsibility for the damage that this cavalier behavior has caused to India-Canada relations lies with Prime Minister Trudeau alone," unquote. So have your say. Should Indian military dump the Stryker for the indigenous WhAP combat vehicle? Leave a comment with your opinion and subscribe to Inconnect News for defense updates and geopolitics.